welcome back to my channel. Today on All Up in the Business channel, we are going to be talking about 3 tips on how to keep school life and your business life organized.
That's right. My name is Kymone, and this is my daughter Joelle, and we've been sharing with you tips on teens starting their business. And when teens start their business, parents have to be involved, even siblings have to be involved, because everyone is all up in the business. So thank you so much for those of you who subscribed, those of you who've been sharing this. Go ahead and subscribe if you haven't already. Share this with someone. We want more and more teens and their families to be benefited by these videos. So today, let's go ahead and start with this week's video. And at the end, I'm going to tell you about an upcoming video that we're doing that I'm super excited about. So a couple weeks ago, school started back for Joelle. Her business started in the summer. And so when I came home, I found Joelle sleeping on the couch. Joelle, why were you sleeping?
I was tired because right in the beginning of school, I was still getting my business all together. I was getting my first sales, and I was making my nails and also dealing with back to school. So I was really tired.
Yeah, because business is tiring and school itself is tiring. Like Joelle is a good student, and what else do you do besides school, like extracurricular stuff?
I also do track, which is later in the year, and this semester has already been pretty hard for me to balance everything out. So I'm just not really ready for track season. I'm going to try to get everything as organized as possible, like we're going to be talking about today. So I'll be ready for track season when it comes.
Right, and many of you parents and teens out there watching this, that may be a question you ask. How do you balance all of the things that happen with school and extracurricular and even family stuff and starting a business and keeping it going? So today we want to give you 3 tips that we've learned and things that we're working and things that we're even getting better at on how to balance it all. So Joelle, do you want to go ahead and give us tip number 1?
Tip number 1 is to write everything down. You can't really run a successful business and your school life without writing things down, because you're going to get super overwhelmed. You're like, what am I supposed to be doing? Who is the order going to? And you're just going to be very, very stressed out. And even when you're overwhelmed, it really helps to write everything down. It'll relieve some stress, and you'll be able to see everything more clearly than just having it all up in your brain.
That's right. It's a really good tip Joelle just gave you, because a lot of times we feel overwhelmed. And we're overwhelmed because we don't even know why we're overwhelmed. Like we think, I have so much to do. But one of the steps that help you is just to put everything down on paper so you can know what are all the things that I have to do. So write everything down. If it's school, all your classes, all the stuff for your business,
All your homework,
like write everything down so you can see it all on paper. So that's tip number 1. What's tip number 2, Joelle?
Tip number 2 is to make a schedule. Having an organized schedule that you stick to every time can really help with organizing school and your business, because you won't be, I have to do this homework, but I really have to do this. You'll know exactly what time and how long you can have to do that.
Right. And one of the things that I just encourage anyone, adults and teens watching this, is to budget your time, to take your calendar and say, what am I doing Monday to Friday, if that's your week, your work week, or what's your whole weekend, and say, these are some days that I'm doing business stuff. There's some days I may have a practice, or I have to do some studying. Budget out all your time, make a schedule, because if you have less time, you got to use your time more wisely. So make a schedule, budget your time, make a schedule, and stick to it as much as possible. So you can't work on your business every day. And maybe some days, even when you're working on your business, you're not doing the same thing. So maybe some days it's shipping out of order, some days it's designing of the nails.
Yeah.
So make a schedule and stick to it. And tip number 3, I'll give you tip number 3. It is to have an organized workspace. Joelle, talk about that.
So with being a nail designer, there is so much nail polish. You have your different brushes and everything, and it's still that place where you still have to make the nail designs. Everything can get a little bit messy because it is art. So you have to be organized, because when everything is so messy and so cluttered, you're just gonna be like, it's just so
stressful.
Yes, it just doesn't help you be productive. You just get all upset. It affects your mood. It affects even your outcome of your design. You really have to have where you can see what is where and have everything organized.
Right. So I'm going to tell you a little bit about Joelle, and I'll tell you why this is important. So there's some times when I come into your room that it looks like it's like a war zone. There's stuff all over the place. But you've been getting better with putting stuff in the right place. And I know why you're doing that. Because it takes time to find stuff, right?
Yes.
It takes time to go looking for it. And what we're talking about here is how to use time more wisely to balance school and to balance business. And if you're spending 10 minutes, 30 minutes, whatever, trying just to find stuff, that's time you could have been using to study, to do homework, or to do work on your business. So getting organized, having a nice workspace is an excellent tip. And can I just add, having an organized room is a tip to balance work and business. No, I'm just saying, I'm just trying to help somebody.
He's trying to throw shade.
I'm not trying to throw shade. We're trying to help somebody, right? So one of the ways to have balance is to have an organized work space and like living space, right?
Yes, and another thing to add is don't procrastinate. Don't say you're going to do something at the time, but then you want to do something else. But you know you really have to do something business related or work related or school related.
Right.
So don't procrastinate and just do whatever you want when you know somebody's out there waiting for their order that they haven't got in 3 months.
Right. So we're going to recap those three. Number one was write everything down. Number two, you remember?
Yes. Make a schedule.
Right. And number three, have an organized work and living space. All right. So we always end every video with a segment we call Top 3 with Dad
and me.
So today's top 3 is top 3 movies, and we're going to list them out. We don't have a lot of time to tell you everything we love about every movie, so we're going to do a countdown from 3 to 1. Joelle, what's your third favorite movie?
My third favorite movie has to be Wonder. It's called Wonder, and it was a book, and it's about this kid with a face deformity. Is that a word?
Yeah.
Okay. A face deformity, and like he went to school and he got bullied, and it really teaches you to treat others with kindness.
Okay.
My second favorite is Secret Obsession.
Wait, my number 3.
Oh, sorry.
My third is Lean on Me. You know, it's funny, my kids reminded me, and we're going to watch it later, story of a principal who comes in and turns around a school in East New Jersey. That's my number 3. What's your number 2?
My number 2 is Secret Obsession. It's kind of a scary, it's a scary movie. I don't know, I just really like that movie.
My number 2 is a recent one, okay? It's Black Panther. It's for the culture. It talks about like Africa in a very positive light, and it has a black superhero.
Hey.
Wakanda forever. What's your number 1?
My number 1 has to be Tall Girl. It just came out, it came out on Friday. And I watched it yesterday. It was so good. It was so good. It teaches you like a lot of confidence and stuff. And just, to like rock it.
Yeah. And my number 1 is the all-time best movie ever. If I had a microphone, I would drop it here. My number 1 is The Sound of Music, the absolute best movie ever made. And I'll just tell you a little tidbit. My maternal grandfather loved that movie, and he passed that down to me. So it's the best movie ever, and you need to watch it again and again, like we do every year.
The original one.
That's right, the original one. Hey, listen, we thank you for watching this episode of All Up in the Business, reminding you to subscribe and
push the notification bell and comment down below videos that you guys want to see.
That's right. And parents of teens, listen, encourage your teens to watch this, to send in questions. You send in questions. We love to share on the stuff that you're asking about. So we want to close off today by letting you know
this is all family business.
And when you do a family business, everyone in the family is all up in the business. See you next time.
Bye.